A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapienza on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Thursday, the 30th of October 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the federal government has released 2.3 billion naira representing batch 8 salary and promotional arrears to universities across the country. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of the 4 service chiefs recently appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu after what is described as a rigorous screening exercise conducted yesterday. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the standard and quality of completed and ongoing projects executed by the Tertiary Education Trust Fund or TET Fund in tertiary institutions across the country. And from our foreign desk, 5 more suspects have been arrested over their involvement in the Louvre jewelry theft in Paris, France, where items worth more than $102 million were taken. Now the details of the news. The federal government has released 2.3 billion naira representing batch 8 salary and promotional arrears to universities across the country. The disbursements are meant to clear inherited backlogs and enhance the welfare of academic and non-academic staff in the tertiary education sector. The Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa, disclosed this in Abuja while giving updates on ongoing engagements with ASUU and other tertiary institution unions. Dr. Alausa said benefiting institutions should begin to receive payment alerts anytime from now. The minister explained that the government had approved the full mainstreaming of the Earned Academic Allowance or EAA into university staff salaries beginning from 2026, noting that this would ensure prompt, predictable and sustainable payments going forward. He noted that these measures demonstrate the government's strong commitment to improving academic staff welfare and addressing long-standing challenges that have persisted for decades. Dr. Alausa, however, reiterated that the federal government would not engage in unsustainable fiscal practices. The House of Representatives has approved President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's request to raise a total of $2.3 billion from the international capital market to partly finance the 2025 budget deficit. The approval followed the consideration and adoption of a report by the House Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management, shared by Abubakar Hassan Nalarabe during plenary. The plenary session was presided over by the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. According to the report presented by Nalarabe, the new external borrowing will comprise $1.23 billion to fund the 2025 budget deficit and $1.12 billion to finance Nigeria's Eurobond maturing in November 2025. The House also granted approval for the federal government to access the funds through Eurobond issuance, loan syndication, bridge finance facilities, or direct borrowing from international financial institutions. The Edo State government has issued a 1-week ultimatum to the former Deputy Governor of the state, Mr. Godwin Omobayo, to immediately return all government property and assets still in his possession. This is contained in a statement by Fred Itua, Chief Press Secretary to Governor Monday Okpeholo of Edo State in Benin. The state government said several official items, including vehicles, documents, and other state-owned assets assigned to Mr. Omobayo during his tenure were yet to be surrendered to the appropriate authorities despite formal reminders. It stated that all assets acquired or utilized in the course of public service remain the property of the state and must be duly returned upon cessation of office. The statement said the continued retention of such property by any individual constitutes a clear breach of public trust and unlawful possession of state assets. Mr. Omobayo was given a period of 7 days to comply fully by returning all government property under his custody to the office of the Secretary to the state government. The statement noted that the Edo State government will be compelled to direct the Commissioner of Police, Edo State Command, to effect the former Deputy Governor's arrest and ensure the immediate recovery of all state assets still in his possession through lawful means if he continues to defy the order. The police command in Anambra State has detained 4 female suspects over the alleged trafficking of a week-old girl at Ifitokuzu community in Oyi local government area of the state. The police public relations officer in the state, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, made the disclosure in a statement to newsmen in Awka. He said the command arrested the suspects on October 28 at a location identified as Mama Maternity situated at Ifitokuzu in Oyi local government area. According to him, the operatives rescued a week-old baby girl and arrested 4 female suspects in connection with a case of conspiracy and child trafficking. Ikenga said that preliminary investigation revealed that the suspects conspired among themselves and allegedly purchased a newborn baby girl, barely a week old, for the sum of 1.7 million naira. According to him, they had reportedly paid an advance sum of 350,000 naira to the purported biological mother of the child, who is among the arrested persons. The police spokesperson said that the baby girl had been safely rescued and was currently under protective care. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of the 4 service chiefs recently appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu after a screening exercise conducted by the Red Chamber of the National Assembly. The screening exercise, conducted both openly and in a closed session, witnessed a series of questions by the senators to the service chiefs on their new approaches to be deployed towards ending the insecurity in the country. The nominees confirmed by the Senate include the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Waidi Shuaibu, and the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sunday Aneke. Others are the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who was the immediate past Chief of Army Staff, and the Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Idi Abbas. They all pledged to work with all the sister security agencies and all other stakeholders towards eliminating the criminal elements and bringing to an end the insecurity in the country. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the standard and quality of completed and ongoing projects executed by the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, or TET Fund, in tertiary institutions across the country to ensure value for money. In its resolution following a motion sponsored by Aderemi Osheni, APC Oyo, the House asked the Federal Ministries of Education and Finance, the National Universities Commission, TET Fund, and development partners to work out modalities to refurbish the first-generation universities to restore the glory and quality of the universities. The lawmaker noted that Tertiary Education Trust Fund, or TET Fund, intervention projects initiated to ameliorate the infrastructure gap in the universities have executed a number of projects in selected universities which are of poor quality, with newly completed works deteriorating faster than projects built over 60 years ago. He said there was the need for the federal government to refurbish the first-generation universities to return them to their former glory and investigate the quality of works executed by TET Fund to justify value for monies spent on the projects. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, says the federal government has secured about 700 billion naira from the Federation Account Allocation Committee, or FAC, to deploy 1.1 million meters nationwide by the end of 2025. Adelabu said the government would thereafter roll out 2 million meters annually over the next 5 years under the Presidential Metering Initiative, or PMI. He disclosed this at the 2025 Nigeria Energy Forum, or NEF, with the theme Powering Nigeria Through Investment, Innovation and Partnership in Lagos yesterday. According to him, the initiative aims to close Nigeria's metering gap, improve transparency, and enhance the financial stability of the power sector. The senator representing Bayelsa East, Benson Agadagbang, has defected to the All Progressives Congress, APC, from the People's Democratic Party, PDP. It came just days after Senator Kombuwe Benson, Bayelsa Central, also defected to the APC from the main opposition party. The new development added to the APC's comfortable majority as it now controls 76 out of 109 senators. The PDP in Bayelsa State is now left with former Governor Henry Seriake Dixon as its only senator. It was Dixon who handed over to the current governor of the state, Senator Diri Doye. Senator Doye himself has since resigned his membership of the PDP, but has yet to announce his next political party. In his defection letter read on the floor by the President of the Senate, Godwin Omobayo, the lawmaker cited internal crisis within the PDP, saying that the party's umbrella is leaking profusely. He claimed that the situation in the PDP had deteriorated to a point where it could no longer be redeemed. A primary school head teacher in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State has been suspended indefinitely for permitting a political rally within the school premises. The State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, announced the suspension in a statement issued yesterday in Awka. The Anambra State Ministry of Education had on August 14 issued a circular banning the use of school premises for political, social, and religious gatherings. Chuma Ude said the head teacher of Community Primary School, Umunze, violated the ministry's directive prohibiting all forms of unauthorized gatherings in schools. She expressed concern over the disruption of academic activities and the safety risks posed by pupils during the rally. The Anambra State governorship election is scheduled to hold on November 8 this year. Now, from our foreign desk comes this report that 5 more suspects have been arrested over their involvement in the Louvre jewelry theft in Paris, France, where items worth more than $102 million were stolen. They were arrested on Wednesday night in the Paris region. A main suspect was among those taken into custody. Items worth 88 million euros or $102 million were taken from the world's most visited museum on 19th October when 4 thieves broke into the building in broad daylight. The jewels had not been recovered yet. Reports say DNA from one of those arrested could be linked to the crime scene. French investigators are not giving many more details away at this stage, and authorities believe that the gang involved in the heist could be bigger than the 4 people caught on CCTV. To end the Sapientia news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. The federal government has released 3 billion naira representing batch 8 salary and promotion arrears to universities across the country. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of the 4 service chiefs recently appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu after what is described as a rigorous screening exercise conducted yesterday. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the standard and quality of completed and ongoing projects executed by the Tertiary Education Trust Fund or TET Fund in tertiary institutions across the country. And finally, from our foreign desk, 5 more suspects have been arrested over their involvement in the Louvre jewelry theft in Paris, France, where items worth more than $102 million were stolen. That was the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.